Guys, we've just gotten the biggest leaks we've seen in Black Clover mobile history. So today we're going to be breaking down both the JP and Global, with some of these leaks literally at the time recording dropping a few minutes ago. So let's just break it down. We have quite a lot. We have SECRE being hinted towards coming towards the game. First look at Fuegoleon and also Dorothy, and a bunch of other stuff, and I guess some concerning stuff that you will, if you follow Geeky, you probably already know about it. So let's just jump into it. So we start off with the global leaks. We've just gotten a few days ago actually confirming that third Eye Rhya will most likely be the next character coming towards global, which if you are a massive fan of him, then definitely start saving. But then again, Black Divider Asta is out, so everyone should be going for him anyway. But regardless, this guy is going to be, I'm sure, an interesting character. We've already seen his kit, which you can see on screen as well. This was leaked a while ago. We're not going to spend too long talking about the kit in detail, but you can read it. If you don't go much from my last video where we spoke about it, then you definitely can. And the one thing that I've been waiting for, and that is Julius's new skill page. If you don't know, on JP and KR, they started, and we're going to see throughout the leaks today, that they're going to start to go back and give all characters, pretty much in particular the festival characters, give them a new updated skill page to make them a lot better, to keep up with the current meta, which is a good thing actually, because well, we invested so much into Julius, into Rhya, into, you know, Spirit Dive, you know, to give us a new skill page to make them better. It's a good thing, right? We get a new character, they get some more gems, right? But the problem comes with this apparently banner, which is Julius' second skill page is only going to be with paid currency. If you go into the summon screen right now, you can see there is a banner which most of us can avoid, right? Because you have to spend actual pay crystals, the crystals with the little C currency above it, right? Which you can only get by buying packs, spending money actually on the game, or sometimes you get a little bit through the battle passes, which is why I do have some. But yeah, this is a fine system because, well, if you want to spend money and guarantee Black Asta's skill page, then hey, fine, you're supporting the game, you're getting you know, copy of it earlier, right? Where you can still do it free to play. Like I summoned on this banner, I did what, like, how many summons have I done? I've done like 3 summons, as you can see above me right now, and I've already gotten a skill page. I've gotten a skill page by summoning. But the problem with this Julius skill page banner is that there's literally no way for you to get it free to play. Literally the only way to get it is by spending actual paid currency to get that guaranteed skill page. You may get lucky and get it early on, but even still, there's no way to do it free to play. So that is a bad thing. So I'm hoping by the time it comes out, this is wrong leaked information, but hopefully by the time it comes out, it changes. But it's not looking like a good thing, because that's the one bad thing that JP and KR have done, is they made so many things more pay to win, where you have to actually spend actual money, because, well, they're in a bad situation, where Global is not a situation. We're making, I think we're making quite decent money, and the game's been alright in Global because they've made so much better improvements, and I think this is a step in the wrong direction. They could literally just release this skill page banner where you have to guarantee it in like 20 summons. That's still 24,000 black crystals, probably right after Black Asta whenever it decides to come out. That's still quite a lot to spend on just one skill page. But to not even add this banner is, yeah, not a good sign. We also got this leak to show Dorothy is finally coming to the game, so she's most likely going to be coming after Black Divider Asta, third Eye Rhya. Then we do get Juice skill page. I do imagine she'll be the next character, so very much looking forward towards that, because you lot know, if you've been following the video from the start of the game, the one character I wanted the most out of all the captains was Dorothy. So for her not to be added before the Wizard King, and literally the last captain to be added to the game, kind of annoyed me a little bit. So I'm glad she's coming out now. We saw her kit once again. You can see it on screen now. Looks very interesting, very fun, right? She's a debuffer that can like spread debuffs and have like a unique ability that's a bit random. So I can't wait to get the player in game. So moving over now, we have a bunch more leads coming from the JP side, which let's talk about it. So we just spoke about Julius' second skill page. He's currently the only person in the game to have it, and I should imagine they're probably going to go back and give other characters, first of all, limited characters like Black Asta, like Rhya, and like Spirit Dive, you know. And well, on the screen now you can see it. Black Asta, Rhya, and also, you know, are supposedly getting a new one. Did you have 1-4? So was that, is that 4, basically? So apparently they're going to be getting 4 of them. But then again, that might be a while. It could be just placeholders. But what it does confirm, I think, is that they are going to be getting a second skill page, which is, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because if you look at, obviously, you know, Black Asta right now, this skill page made him a DPS. Like, without the skill page, he's not a DPS character. So they could definitely lean more into the route of him being a supporter, a tank character in a way. It's interesting the way they can do and how much a skill page does change a character. So we'll definitely see how to handle Black Asta. He's the one that can go either or, if they want to make him a DPS or they want to make him a tank character. Rhya, though, is obviously very interesting, because if you look at actual skill page and what it does, it's not that good if you like in the grand scheme of things. It just makes her do more damage a little bit. 70% increased damage when attacking characters with what you have mana skin on, right? Which is fine back then, but they can do a lot with this one. So expect Mereon to get probably a massive buff here, especially considering how much of a buff they did towards Julius. And in Spirit of, we have to wait and see, because this one's really, really good. I thought he would never going to do this one, because his whole gimmick is to keep on ulting every single time. So this skill page at max dupe does complement that quite well, because you get free SP buff, you can bring other characters to get more SP buff, you can get ultimate every turn or every second turn. It's very, very good. So yeah, not too sure what they'll do with in terms of making him I mean, they'll surely make him more of a better DPS, right? But he's still very, very squishy. And then guys, I can't believe I'm saying this, SECRE is finally coming towards the game. Unfortunately, we have no artwork, because that's the one thing I really want to see in the game is the artwork, see how she looks, right? But supposedly she will be a supporter. The only thing we have right now is that right on screen, you can see that we have some text indicating that she will be a supporter. Unfortunately, right now, we have no indication of what typing she'll be. Now, obviously, I hope, if anything, I hope she works and complements Black Divider Asta, because I mean, in the series, right, the whole gimmick is like she pushes, Asta as she does this exact pose and kills Zagrid. So, I really want to see them both work. But then again, I wouldn't mind also if she does more universal things, right? But I guess the big takeaway is that obviously you lot know Black Divider Asta is at the start of battle, if all allies are different attributes, meaning you can't use dark types. And I can definitely see SECRE being a dark type character just because she used forbidden magic, the whole like arcane thing, like, she could easily be a dark type, like how Zora could be a dark type too, right? But I really hope for the first one they decide not to make her a dark type and make her fit in so she can work with all the other characters in the game and not be restricted towards a certain gimmick team. I really wanted to work with Black Divider Asta, so yeah, not too much to say about SECRE. Obviously, I'm very much looking forward towards her, but we'll probably get more leaks about her in the upcoming weeks, and at that point, you probably will be tired of me talking about her because that's all I care about in this game. Then also on screen now, we're just gonna flash through for some of them. We get some second skill pages of actual skill pages we already have in the game, which I mean, if they're free to play, sure, they're good, but we'll have to wait and see how much they actually change, right? And then, guys, boom, the elves are here. We have, obviously, a bunch of models and a bunch of characters, assumingly going to be for the actual story mode, so it doesn't necessarily mean these are going to be characters, but let's talk about them. So, on screen now, we have the elf version of Charlotte, and also Awakened Licht as well. Now, funny enough, we have got, like, actual artwork, so it could be, once again, just boss fights, but I do imagine these characters will come out in the future anyway. Obviously, not Rhya, because we just got third Eye Rhya. I doubt we're going to get that Wake one anytime soon. Awakened Licht, though, definitely could be like a limited character that I could see coming for like the global first Annie. Maybe not first Annie, because that probably should be like Lumiere or even Zagrid, right? But, probably a month or two afterwards. Obviously, Charlotte, we've gotten probably a bit too many Charlottes in this game already, and we just got one right now on JP, that being the swimsuit one. So, I don't expect her to come anytime soon, but we definitely don't mind it. And on screen now, these are once again going to be models and I guess bosses you fight, because they are the villains in the elf arc. And that is basically the Golden Dawn and a bunch of, Lark Real, the Crimson Lion squad as well. We have a bunch of elves, which, hey, I mean, they're going to be bosses. We're going to see, hopefully, some animations from them. So that'd be cool too. But we have to wait and see if they actually become playable. Both, I never realized it, but Real's little, elf mark looks like a little smiley face. I don't know, it's kind of funny. With a new challenge partner coming towards the game as well, which is 8 more challenges, we don't mind it, but then boom. And then guys, we have our first look at Dorothy, which you may have already seen at the start of the intro, but yeah, it's just like a tutorial showing you how to use her, which is interesting because she, like, I guess she might be a bit more complex than other characters. But yeah, she looks sick. You can see a little bit of animations. Once again, it's just screenshots, but her model looks really, really good. Can't wait. I can't believe I have to wait like almost a year for her to come into the game, right? It's Dorothy. Especially when we're in the elf arc, and we should be getting the elf Dorothy as well. But yeah, once again, looks sick. We get some like little cakes running around. We get the glamour effects. We get some puzzle pieces from the looks of it, which fair enough, right? But then we get Fuegoleon as well. For some reason they decided to do that too. Obviously it is the same model as his normal self, because it literally doesn't change, but you do get to see a little bit of a glimpse at his actual flame arm, which looks cool. So that is gonna be another interesting character. Looks like with the release of Dorothy, we're also gonna be getting an event around her with the new event called Glamour World, which fair enough. I mean, it makes sense. She took a year and a half on JP and definitely almost a year on global to come towards the game. So if anything, she deserves her own event, right? Then also, it looks like we're going to be getting a enhanced version of some of the gear sets we already have in the game. And then finally, on screen, you can see the new frames of some stuff coming to the game. Kind of cool, we got like a Magna one there. That one could be locked, the little lightning one. So we might be getting like a log / Magna event, which will be quite fitting if we get the fight lock in story mode. You get that far in story mode, that'd be good too. But yeah, guys, that is, I guess, going to be wrapping up the video. Some definitely interesting stuff. I mean, overall, I think a good batch of leaks. Obviously, you don't know, I really want to get more canon characters because the seasonals have been kind of overdone in this game a little bit. So getting third Eye Rhya is very, very cool. Good to see him finally in game. Then, of course, we're going to be getting Dorothy finally. Unfortunately, the only bad news is that the second skill page for Julius might be paid only, which is something that I can't even do, and I don't think I want to do or even support a little bit as well. But hey, the little bit of text saying that SECRE is finally coming to the game and that she's going to be a supporter. We're looking forward to this. So guys, thank you for watching. Let me know out of the leaks today what you guys are excited for, whether that be the second skill page for the previous limited characters or the few characters that are going to be coming as well. Looking forward to this. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.